What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fishing. Class is in session. Today, we are going to take a look at a traveling knife. This is the Imperial fish knife that was started by Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Terry sent it on to Tom at Knife Delights, who did a bang-up cleaning job on this. He shined it up to make it look nice. If you're not subscribed to Terry's Knives and Man Stuff, what are you doing? Go subscribe to my guy. If you're not subscribed to Tom over at Knife Delights, go subscribe to Tom. Tom sent it to Jerry at Big J's Knives, and Jerry's wife, Sarah, made this beautiful slip for it. Absolutely gorgeous slip. She has started doing some leatherworks called SD Leatherworks, and she does a phenomenal job, so check her out. Jerry sent it to Andrew Baxter at Baxter's Blades, I believe, and Andrew sent it to me. I think there might be somebody else in there. But instead of doing just a normal review of this Imperial fish knife, I figured since it's a traveling knife and we're in Florida, we're going to take this knife on a little traveling, and we're going to take this thing out to Pensacola Beach and a couple other stops along the way at the water, which is exactly where a fish knife belongs. So let's take this knife on some travels out to the beach. Our first stop is going to be Escambia River. So let's go. All right, so the Imperial fish knife is going to start its journey right here. This is the Escambia River. This is the mouth of the Escambia River. And right over there is Escambia Bay. This is the Escambia River Basin. Escambia River connects to Escambia Bay. Escambia Bay connects to Pensacola Bay. And Pensacola Bay connects to the Gulf of Mexico. This right here is some remnants of Hurricane Ivan that hit Pensacola in 2004. As you go across the flats here, we call it the flats of Escambia Bay, you'll see boats like this that were washed up on shore all over the place. 2004 Hurricane Ivan, it was a direct hit here and did a ton of damage. I remember I was without power for 21 days and I could not get off of my street because we were blocked in because there were several oak trees, giant oak trees in the street. So as you go across the Escambia Bay flats, you'll see these things everywhere. Next stop, Escambia Bay. All right, so here we are overlooking Escambia Bay. We were all the way over there at the mouth of the river. There's the interstate that goes across the bay. And Escambia Bay goes all the way over there. And then you have to go across a couple more bridges out that way to get to Pensacola Beach. So the travels continue. We have gone from the Escambia River to the Escambia Bay, and we are on our way to Pensacola Beach. Next stop, Scenic Bluffs Park on the cliffs overlooking Pensacola Bay. Let's go. All right, this is what we call the Scenic Bay Bluffs. So we've got some small cliffs here, or bluffs, and we're a couple hundred feet up right here on the top of this cliff. So where we started over there was Escambia River connected to Escambia Bay all the way over there. Then we stopped right there at the first overlook of the bay. Then we traveled along what's called Scenic Highway, which goes all the way around the edge of Pensacola Bay. And that's where we are now, the Scenic Bay Bluffs. And if you look right here, it looks like solid ground, but it is not. These are treetops. So if you step right off here, you're gonna fall quite a good ways. You definitely don't want to do that. Next stop, Bayou Toar. We're getting closer to the beach. Let's go. All right, this is Bayou Toar. It's a small bayou that's connected to Pensacola Bay. A lot of boats come in and out of here. There's a lot of really beautiful houses along the bayou here. Next stop, a historic Pensacola landmark, the 17th Avenue Graffiti Bridge. All right, we are here at a historic Pensacola landmark. This is called the 17th Avenue Bridge. It's also known as Graffiti Bridge. When I was a kid, this was just a place where kids would come and put graffiti, and then the city would come out here and paint over it again and again and again. And then they finally got smart and said, let's just turn it into a historic landmark. And so that's what they did. And since then, it has been very popular. We've even had famous artists that have come out here and made murals that are really good. So that is a historic Pensacola landmark, the 17th Avenue Graffiti Bridge. Next stop, the Pensacola Beach sign and 3 Mile Bridge. We're almost there. Let's go. All right, this sign right here is famous. This is the Pensacola Beach sign. This has been here since the early 50s. And here we are on what's called the 3 Mile Bridge. We are crossing Pensacola Bay to the barrier island. And on the other side of the island is Pensacola Beach. Last stop before we get to the beach, we're going to the Bob Sykes Fishing Pier and Bob Sykes Bridge. So let's go. Here we are at the last stop before Pensacola Beach. This is Pensacola Bay. Right over there is what we call the barrier island. Here in Pensacola, there's a long, thin island that runs right along the coast, the barrier island. So our beach is on the other side of the island. Right there is a tiny little pier where I like to go fishing for Spanish mackerel. In fact, one of my older videos was filmed right there. It's a Spanish mackerel fishing video. So here we are, Pensacola Bay, last stop before Pensacola Beach. We're gonna go over that bridge right there called Bob Sykes Bridge. We're going to take a look at one more historic Pensacola landmark, the Pensacola Beach Beach Ball, and then we're going to be at Pensacola Beach, so let's go. This is another historic Pensacola landmark. This is what we call the Beach Ball. It used to be a water tower back in the 50s and 60s. Now it just marks the spot where Pensacola Beach is, which is where we are. Right over there. All right, we made it to Pensacola Beach. Well, Terry, your traveling Imperial fish knife has made it to Pensacola Beach. It's a beautiful late November day here, 70 degrees, so we've actually got some sunbathers out there. Pensacola Beach is famous for its sugar white sands, the whitest beaches in the world. And right there is the Pensacola Fishing Pier that was destroyed in 2004 by Hurricane Ivan. Hey, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about a pocket knife?
Of course.
There you go. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No.
What kind of knife you think that is?
Oh, shit, I don't even know. This is Imperial.
Imperial? Have you ever heard of Imperial?
I have one kind of like that before.
Yeah? Check out that other blade and tell me if you think what the other one is.
There's no?
Yeah.
It's like it's a clock crab thing.
Yeah?
Open bottles to it.
What do you think? Yeah, it's definitely got a bottle opener.
Looks like a fish scale.
That is a fish knife right there. Absolutely what it is. That part right there is used to scrape the scales off. Yeah. And then the little end piece is used to get the hook out. And then you got a bottle opener, of course, in case you need to pop a cold one while you're fishing. How old do you think that knife might be?
Ooh,
Probably early 1900s.
Yeah, not quite that old.
Really?
According to the little stamp on the tang there, that is somewhere between 1946 and 56. So that is somewhere between 67 and 77 years old. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen a grandpa knife like that?
No.
Thanks, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, being a beach town, we have actual pelicans all over the place. And we have these pelican statues out at the beach and also downtown Pensacola. Here's one at the lifeguard station at Pensacola Beach. There you go, Terry. Your Imperial fish knife has made it to the Gulf of Mexico, Pensacola Beach. It's a beautiful day out here. There's actually people sunbathing, swimming. There's the fishing pier. Let's move the knife's little focus. So to commemorate your knife's trip to Pensacola Beach, I have a miniature mason jar here, and I'm gonna get you some sand from Pensacola Beach. I'm not gonna mail this to Cal. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to you. So let's get you some Pensacola Beach sand, the whitest beaches in the world. There you go, my man. I'm gonna mail that to you. All right, so there you go, boys and girls. The traveling fish knife made its way down Escambia River to the Escambia Bay, to Pensacola Bay, to Bayou Toar, and then to Pensacola Beach. I hope you guys enjoyed that little trip. I know that the Imperial fish knife had a good time. I'm going to take that sand and I'm going to ship it off to you, Terry, as a memento of your fish knife's travels. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Just click right there. That's it for this episode of Tim School Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.